because there will always be a ruling class. The fight is not to erase it, but to evolve it. We must build systems where power flows to those with character, not charisma, where status is measured by actualized faith, not accumulation, where the person with the clearest moral compass, not the cleverest legal team, leads us into the future. This means abandoning the myth of equality. Not because equality doesn't matter, but because it was never the end goal. The fight for equality was always a fight for humanity. The demand was never to be equal in power, but equal in worth. What we need now is something more honest than equality. A society built on merit, meaning, and moral courage. A society where the law is neutral and leadership is earned, not inherited, bought, or stolen. You want to change the world? Change who the world listens to. Stop fighting the ruling class and become the kind of self worthy of ruling. Because until we rewrite the rules, power will always be a mirror of the self at the top. And if that self is small, scared, and self-obsessed, then so too will be the society it creates. But if that self is sovereign, self-aware, and led by faith, then we might actually get the society we've been dreaming of. Government. Government is not meant to control, it's meant to guide. At its highest function, government is society organizing itself to navigate the known while remaining open to the unknown. It is the structure we build to shape how power flows, how decisions are made, how resources are distributed, and how values are enforced. But in this framework, government is not some divine invention or permanent authority. It is a tool created by selves, shaped by their level of consciousness, their fears, their desires, and most dangerously, their assumptions about what they think they know. That's why no government can ever rise above the quality of the selves who build and manage it. And it's why the most dangerous governments are the ones that believe they already have all the answers. At its best, government should function as a compass, not a leash. A compass, not a cage, a living mechanism that helps a society move towards greater awareness of itself and greater alignment with the unknown forces of existence. In a world where the self is a dance between universal consciousness, the body, and the environment, the government must also exist to protect that dance, to preserve the space for it to unfold. It should protect the body from harm. It should ensure that the environments are not hijacked by narcissists or monopolized by elites. It should serve as the interface between what we know and what we do not understand, always adjusting, always adapting, always evolving as we evolve. But when governments are built by people who fear the unknown, when they mistake rigidity for safety and oppression for order, they stop serving the people and they start serving their own preservation. That is when government becomes religion. That is when policy becomes scripture. And that is when control disguises itself as civilization. Government, when done poorly, becomes a monument to human arrogance, a system that punishes new ideas because it fears what it cannot predict. That is not governance. That is decay.